Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the New York Mets. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And on the mound today, Clay Holmes. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today. But when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Stephen Kwan, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike one. Top of the zone for a called strike.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Righty delivers. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Towards first. And he takes it himself for the out. Let's take a look at our lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Will Brennan stands in here, takes ball one low. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. That's a double.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Swing and a ball popped up. Holmes. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And up next for Cleveland, Marcell Ozuna. And there's a strike.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Swings through that one.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And the slider just misses. Brennan at second with 2 down. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here in Queens, today's starting pitcher, Gavin Williams.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters have a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
And now the 0-1. Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hot shot to third. Sends it across to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second.
Here's the Mets lineup now. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for
days. We know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him. Make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Ball 1 there.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
And that one popped in the air, left field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me out. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Here's Juan Soto. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. There's a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And there's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And he can't come up with it. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. To first, quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor.
1-0.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Runner on at third, 1 gone. Just missed.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
And that's in the dirt. Full count now. This one in the air. Lindor settles under it. And there's 2 down.
Batting 8th, center fielder Lane Thomas.
Here's Lane Thomas now. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say.
Well, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
Ball low.
Fitzgerald at third with 2 away. Yeah, that's in for a strike. Going to count 1 and 2. Struck him out looking. So 1 hit is all they get. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Alonso matched a homer in his last game. And that misses. Ball 1.
1-0.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
And now it's Mark Vientos.
He struggled to make contact lately, averaging 2 strikeouts per game over his last 5.
Williams, in his 3rd season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a cutter, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
1 out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No balls, 1 strike.
No score here in the second. That one just misses.
Ball.
Now 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Nothing doing for the Mets. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
He was
now
all
batting,
over that one. It wasn't on it, right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Steven Kwan digs in for the Guardians. This one in the dirt. Holmes ready to fire now. Fouled off left side. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. He'll touch them all. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
And now Will Brennan. Foul ball.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Just missed the inside corner. Now 2-2. On the ground right side. He steps on the bag, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the home run.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. First time up was a pop out.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. One down, base is empty.
Ball up.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Inside, almost got him. Stays alive. That one down the line. Fair ball. Around first, heading for two. And that's a double.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. And there's a ball. Right side, hard hit. Ozuna is out.
Now batting, second baseman Tyler Fitzgerald.
So digging in, Tyler Fitzgerald. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. Ramirez on third with 2 out. This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. And another ball. Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And a 3-1 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Count is full.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. In the air, right side. Soto makes the play, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Citi Field. And now the catcher comes up to him. Francisco Alvarez. Williams back to work. And a strike on the outside edge.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Next pitch inside.
On him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1-2.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Here's Jesse Winker. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And now it's Jose Siri. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Fastball for a strike. Man at first, one away. Next pitch
1-1.
misses way outside. And that one is lifted in the air. Brennan sizing this one up. Corrals it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop.
Now up to hit
Francisco
Lindor.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a chopper out to short. They get the force, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1. They trail things here 2-0. Back here in Queens as we go to the top of the 4th. And here's the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. That one not close. 1-0.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
5, 4, 3, 2. That's a ball. Outside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That's in for a strike at 95, and it's 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Naylor stands in now and watches strike 1. Runner at first with no outs here. Runner takes off.
No balls.
Throw to second, and great jump. Cut on and lifted in the air. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And it comes in too late. He's up to third on the flyout with one away.
Batting, center fielder Lane Thomas.
Here's Lane Thomas. His first at bat was a strikeout.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. One away with a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that drops foul. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The other way. And it stays fair. In to score is the runner from third. It's 3-0.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
1 out, runner at second. Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Off the mark there, and that's ball 1. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clay Holmes won't go any further, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching
now
for
on the
the
bump,
Mets.
Frankie Montas.
Number 47.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this
Frankie
bullpen has some work
Montas.
ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Man at second. And a swing and a miss there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Up and in, and that's ball 2. In the air, left field, down the line. Nimmo running hard to get it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Right side, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there are 2 outs.
Really tight bite on that slider. Just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. That misses, and that is ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1.
2-1.
In the dirt. Thomas up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. On third with 2 out. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting, right fielder Will Brennan.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. So in now for Cleveland, Will Brennan, 1 for 2. Ground ball right side to second. There's Lindor. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
For the Mets, left fielder, Brandon
certainly doing
Nimmo.
his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one finds its way through. And the leadoff man aboard. Now, Juan Soto. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Inside and hit him.
You got him.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Pete Alonso. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That one missed. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And here is Mark Vientos.
That's the ball.
Off the mark there. Ball 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Nabs it, 2 down. Jeff McNeil stands in.
For the Mets, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Fought off foul. Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball there. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We're headed to the 5th. Guardians 3 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Ramirez.
on the ground. Sneaks through, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
So a man aboard. Marcell Ozuna digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Ozuna, a former All-Star, 34-year-old vet, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. Ramirez on at first, nobody out, and it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Gets a piece and stays alive. Struck him out without a swing. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful.
Now batting, second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Here's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. There's the strike. That one inside, and that's ball one. Swing and a foul out of play. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And that one is gone. His 13th home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
And up next for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Still only 1 out here in the inning. That's inside.
No, that's it.
On the ground at first, Alonso. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor at the plate now.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That's a little bit low. Two down, nobody on.
2-0.
Grounds one to short. Lindor tosses to first, and that's the third out. Cleveland with a pair on this blast, and the lead is now 5-0. This is Mets baseball on the show, NYC. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom 5, Francisco Alvarez. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and they get the out. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Next pitch is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Got him swinging.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. This offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Siri at the plate now as he chases after that one. Inside,
that's it.
1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
He goes down looking. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Montas back to work. Late with the swing there.
You know, these Guardians, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
The 0-1. Swings through that.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's Brian Rocchio. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And that's in the dirt.
1-2.
Thomas aboard here at first with nobody out. And they'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Steven Kwan digs in now. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Pitch misses, and the count 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Now batting, right fielder, Will Brennan.
2 on, 1 out. Stepping up for the Guardians, Will Brennan. 1 for 3. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Coming home. 1 run is in. Headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Man at second with 1 away. Next to hit, Jose Ramirez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Montas is done in this one, and he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Pitching for
Brennan
the New York
Bernardino
Mets.
gets the call
Number
from the
83.
pen.
Coming on to face a righty bat, and they've had quite a bit of success against him this year.
That one misses. Now 2-0. Squirts away a little bit. Tag safe. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With 1 out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
1 away with a runner at third. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here
comes Ozuna up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
Just missed. First and third, 1 down. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single. It's 8-0. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Tyler Fitzgerald digs in for the Guardians. There's the strike. Slides, but it gets by him. 1 run across, lead runner around second, and it gets by him. Still able to fire over.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So 1 gone with a runner at third. Kyle Manzar. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen.
Pitching
The
for
Mets
New York
with a
Mets.
new arm on the mound, Jose
Number
Butto.
70.
Well, they need someone to stop the
Jose
bleed and keep the score
Butto.
right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Comes up empty.
0-2.
And that one
That's the
missing
ball.
low.
1-2.
Fitzgerald stands at third with one gone in the inning. Pulled the string on his changeup.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So
Now
credit the
batting,
pitcher for
catcher,
having him
Bo
out in front of
Naylor.
that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Yeehaw.
Naylor in the box now. No balls and a strike. Up the middle. That's a base hit as a run scores. Two outs, runner at first. Lane Thomas
One ball,
digs
no
in for the
strike.
Guardians. The big sixth spot already on the board this
Yeah.
inning, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Laser could be trouble, and that's going to kick into the corner. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out.
Yeah, you're out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate.
Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. Homer number 25 of the year. It's 11-1.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there, too. Gave it a great effort, but, you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
That one the other way. What a stop. Gathers and throws, and that's a great play for the out.
Cat-like reflexes on that one. Makes the dive, has to get up. Clean exchange to throw a strike across the diamond. And what a tremendous play.
Hard hit, right side. Tosses to first. They get the out on Soto.
Now batting, first baseman.
Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I
Alonso.
guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
It really
0-2.
looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to
Ball.
commit to one velocity and stay there.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Naylor down to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Another look at the long ball from Francisco Lindor. We're through 6 full. Back after this on the show. New inning getting
Leading off
started.
for
So in now for Cleveland,
shortstop,
Brian Rocchio.
Rocchio.
Smoked on the ground a second. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Next to hit, Stephen Kwan. He's already homered here in this one. Outside
That's the ball.
low, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Now batting,
2
right
out,
fielder,
space is empty.
Will Brennan.
Getting ready to hit. And the first
No,
pitch
that's
misses
down.
for ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Ground ball left side. And he'll be safe at first. Jose Ramirez now at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0. Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close.
2 balls, no strikes.
So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
Brennan at second with 2 down. Tap foul at the plate. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Guardians leave 1, but they're on. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Paul Sewald. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Number 34, Paul Sewald.
Headed towards the corner. Brennan puts it away, and there's 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. That one pushed foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run. On the money. Nice play. Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit.
Francisco
This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Late on that fastball.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact. And
that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Mets go down quickly. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Way back there. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. His 26th of the year. It's 12-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Now here is Tyler Fitzgerald. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. He swings and fouls one off. And now 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians.
Kyle Manzardo.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Oh, and he hit him.
That hit him. Take your base.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. And ball 1. Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Manzardo leads off first with 1 away.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
That one 95 to finish him off. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate.
Lane Thomas.
That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Left field. Nimmo has it sized up. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home. Bottom of the inning. And now the DH, Jesse Winker.
Designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
34-year-old vet, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2012. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
0-2.
And that's down and away. The Mets
1 ball, 2
with
strikes.
a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swings through that one for strike 1. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. That one way inside. 2 out, space is empty.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every
swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Leaping, and it's gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 12-2.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run.
So 2 down, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 strike.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. Back here in Queens, all set for the start of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
And strike 2.
0-2.
Almost got him.
1-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike.
0-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Two down, base is empty. Will Brennan will hit next. And a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Siri makes the catch, and that'll do it. Last chance for the home team. And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. And this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. Sewell back to work. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, he keeps the hitting streak going with that ninth inning knock right there. Coming through under pressure, and not the ideal way to get the job done, Boog, but it works.
You know, only once during DiMaggio's famous hitting streak did he wait till the ninth inning to extend it. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the best thing to do is get that thing out of the way early. No doubt about it. You can move on with the game. Otherwise, you start gripping the bat a little tighter as the game progresses towards the end.
A little bit low. And the count is 1-1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2. It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting.
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Thomas. And there are 2 down. So last chance for the Mets. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. There's a strike. Here's your 1. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Guardians take this one in a blowout.
Key to this game was that huge 6th inning. They jumped all over the opposing pitching, and it was like they knew what was coming. And that kind of confidence just takes a team to the finish line, and that's what they did. They got the win in this game.
And your final 12-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.